Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Your brother Kasadia. And I'm just gonna touch on something in the spirit. Uh, I had I had a really good day in the spirit, man. Dealing with the Northern Kingdom, and so I just wanted to share something, share share that share that hope, share some hope that I was feeling today. I want to share some hope. And we're going with everything going on right now. Um, prophecy moving, prophecy is moving so fast that that hope of the coming kingdom. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that hope for the coming kingdom, man. Um, that Commonwealth of Israel. We on top. Um, we can go back into the presence of our Father, man, Yahweh, Bashim Shai. You know, the angels. We can go. We can go. We can go into. We can go. We can go into the presence of the Lord, man. So just gonna read some scripture. I don't want to write his eye. The spirit to speak, and you'll be edified. Select. Hood on. Anyway, um, yeah. So this is getting into the kingdom to come. Touch on that a little bit. And who's the kingdom for? And this is Amos 3:2, and it reads, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity." Scripture going into he's speaking. Yahweh Bashar Shai is speaking directly to us in this Amos 3:2. And he's saying, he's only dealt with us, with the nation of Israel. So all that other stuff, all that other Christian stuff they be talking about, man, all the other, you know, come as you are, and he loves the whole world and all of that. This scripture ain't saying that. Yeah, this scripture ain't saying that. The scripture's saying something different. Totally different. This is Romans. I'm gonna read Romans 9:4. It says, and I'm going into who the hope is for. The hope is, the hope of the coming kingdom is not for everyone. It's just for Israel. This is Romans 9:4, and it reads, "Who are Israelites, to whom partaketh the adoption? He adopted us And the glory, he's going to give us glory. And the covenant, he made a covenant with Israel, Israel only. And the giving of the law, he gave the Israelites the law. So that's what sin is, man. We the only ones that could really sin, because we were given the law. Just like your parents give you a law, to do, or assignment to do, or they put their rules down in their house. That's what that covenant was about. How about Shemal Shah putting the rules down for us? So, um, giving of the law and the service of God. And we ought to serve Yahweh Shemal Shah. We the only ones. And the promises. Um, so the covenant, the covenant is more specific. But this is just a general thing, a generalized. He generalized the promises that he was going to give. He's going to give to us, and his promises belong to Jacob. And we are Jacob, not other nations. Um, read Acts 28 and 20, going into what the hope is that we have as Israelites. Before I do that, I gotta open up. I forgot to open up. First, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, 𝐤𝐤𝐃𝐤𝐃. What I said is, in the Paleo Hebrew, I said, all praise and honor to the Most High, and in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. The Most High's name, his personal name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. People ignorantly call him Jesus. There's no, Jesus, a guy named John Torino came up with the letter J in the 15th century, so there's no Jesus. Well, there's no such person. But getting back, going into what the hope is, what our hope is as Israelites. Shalom to everybody on the comment board. For this cause, therefore, I have called for you to see you and to speak with you, because that for the hope of Israel I am bound with this chain. And that was Apostle Paul. Apostle Paul was speaking in this Acts 10, and he was speaking about the hope of Israel. He's also speaking about the hope of Israel. We got a lot of good things to be hopeful for. We got a lot of good things to look forward to. This is Ephesians 2 and 12, and it reads that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, or Jesus Christ. Ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without God in the world. So that hope is restoration, man. We're gonna be restored to our first estate, and we're gonna have a commonwealth of just the Israelites. Everybody outside of that, outside of the Israelites, are heathen. Those are going to be the ones that we're going to rule over. And the kingdom is promised to us, the Israelites. This is Genesis 35 and 11. And it reads, and the Most High said unto him, I am power, almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And this is Luke. Let me read Luke 32. Luke 1 and 32. He shall be great, and he shall be called the Son of the Highest. And Yahweh power shall give unto him the throne of his father David, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. And that's speaking about Yahweh Shai. He's going to rule in our kingdom. Right. He's going to rule in our kingdom. But just like Yahweh Shai, he went through different lives. Yahweh Shai was Adam. Yahweh Shai was Isaac. Yahweh Shai was King Solomon. And so, but I'm saying that, but you got to understand reincarnation to really understand what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. But each one of those lives, he learned something, and then when he came as Yahweh Shai, he got it right. So, hey, shalom to everybody on the comment board. So, he got it right that time. And that time he was made that perfect sacrifice for us to save Israel. All right. What is this? The certainty of the hope. All right, this is Jeremiah 31 and 35. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and an ordinance of the moon, and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. And those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh. Then the seed of Israel will also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. And that's the Lord speaking. He's saying that like the sun, the moon, the oceans, all of these things that he's created to do a service, right? The sun gives us light, the moon gives us light at night, and these things are great. They are great things to marvel at and see Yahweh's power. He's saying in this scripture that if those things don't exist, the things that he made, that we will cease. Israel, the nation of Israel will cease. Did I say that right? Hold on. Let me read that again. And get a better understanding. That's a big piece. If those ordinances depart, those the sun, the moon, the stars, those ordinances, if ordinance depart from being before me, saith the Lord Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So if he get rid of those things aren't gonna get rid of, because those things were put there. He put them there for a reason, to give light and things like that. He's saying that those things, if those things depart, you know, I'm kind of tongue tied right now. Let me read it again. For those ordinances depart from before me, he's saying, if those things depart from him, saith Yahweh, B'Shemel, then Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So before he tear them things down, like before, I can't explain it, man. I understand it, but I can't explain it. I hate that. Let me see. The words, I'm lack for words. He says, thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea, when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. So it's saying his great power. He created these things and he's power. He created these things and he's power. He said, if those ordinances depart before me, those ordinances, all the things that he created depart before him, saith Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So he said, if those things he created depart from him, and they can't depart from him, he made them, so they can't disobey. They can't stop doing what the Lord created them to do. The moon, stars, all of that. Those are ordinances. Let me look up the word ordinance. Those are ordinances. Ordinances, meaning. Ordinance in the scriptures, ordinances are fixed degrees. It can't be changed. They can't be changed. They can't be moved or anything. An appointed statutes, established law, or orders set by Yahweh. Unchangeable, that's the word I'm looking for. Unchangeable arrangements he put in place. So he put them in place for a reason. The ordinances are fixed. You know, they're fixed. The sun, the moon, and stars are fixed, and they operate on his command, not by choice. They operate on Yahweh's command, and unmovable. And he's saying, if those things, unmovable things, cease to exist, that Israel will cease to exist also. So those things can't be moved. They cannot be moved. So the same thing with Israel. We cannot be moved out of we can't be moved. We can't be moved. We can't be moved. We always going to be here. And we're damn near at the end, and we've always been the Lord's choice. Yahweh Bashim Shai's choice. Israel, Jacob, the 12. We've always been Yahweh's choice. And he's saying that we'll always be his choice. That was will always be his choice. And to back that up, Job 38:10, and break up for it may, and break up for it my decrees placed, and set bars and doors, and said, hitherto shall thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud waves be stayed. And so it's locked. That's talking about being locked in. It's locked. Whatever the Lord say, Yahweh Shema say is locked. Yahweh Shema Shai is locked, and it can't be moved. Nothing go beyond them. So going back to Israel, going back to that hope. I'm gonna read what I'm gonna get. Acts 26:6, and it reads, and now I stand and judge. I stand and am judged for the hope of the promise made of the Most High unto our fathers, unto which promises our 12 tribes instantly serve the Most High day and night, hope to come. So, that's a hope. That's a hope for us to serve the Lord, man. And it's promised to us that we are going to be those servants of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And I got I think I got one more. Let me see. No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have. So it seemed like I was all over the place with that. But my thing, the spirit of hope was on me. So I did my best with the lesson. But we have a great hope to look forward to. We have a whole kingdom. We'll be at rest, like the scriptures say. We'll be at rest. We won't nobody fuck with us. Like they fuck with us now. We'll be at peace. We'll be at rest. New bodies. We won't sin no more. So that's a blessing right there. And we won't the Lord won't have to keep putting his foot in our ass. We'll get it right finally. So that's all I have. I hope y'all edified. I hope y'all got something out of it. And to everybody on the comment board, thank you for tuning in. And Shalom. What's that? I don't know what that is. Put that in time out. Sabbath. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all I have. So. All right, Shalom.